On this episode of I'm Tattooed in Portland, I'll be showing you footage of the Hawthorne Business District, a vibrant boulevard full of independently owned shops, top restaurants, bars, microbrews, and theaters. I'll also be interviewing Dave about his ink work, but the main focus will be on his 3 cover-up tattoos done by Thor at Martian Arts Tattoo, which is also located on Hawthorne.
Check this out. Get your story told by Golden Rose Films. You heard?
Too blessed to be stressed. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My first tattoo, I walked in when I was 18 years old with a pocket full of money, and I said, I want a tattoo, and the guy goes, what do you want? And I looked on his wall, and I looked back and forth, and I said, that! And I ended up getting a cross with a snake wrapped around.
Really?
And I was like, okay, that's badass. Yeah, give me that right now. 18,
Before the tribal?
Before, well,
Oh,
I just wrapped the tribal around the cross.
Oh, I didn't even see that was even under there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, huh.
18th birthday, boom. Boom, cross with a snake with his mouth open, and that was my first experience. And then I went into the tribal, and just blew up my arms with tribal, and I loved it. And, and I still like tribal, but I don't love it. The guy that did my first snake tattoo, not only did he give me a terrible tattoo, his whole demeanor was horrible. He's a lot of the tattoo artists have rock star complex, I call it, where they think they're above you and better than you, and you make an appointment and they cancel, or they're late, they show up late,
like it's their world, it's all about them.
Yeah, and when you get a tattoo, you know, this is a big thing in your life.
It
is. You should feel special, and it should be a good experience. You should walk out of there and it should be positive.
Yeah, definitely.
And the guy that did my first snake was all about himself, and it wasn't positive, it was negative, and I got a bad tattoo. Worst tattoo I've ever had in my life, ever. And it's one of those that if you Google suck tattoos, this one would be on there. It was the worst tattoo I've ever got, and it wasn't cheap. It was like $500-600, and he gave me the shittiest snake tattoo right on my side, just fucking there, and it sucked. And it's sad because that was supposed to be my main tattoo. You get a huge badass tattoo on your side, which hurts like hell, and I was never proud of it. Yeah. And then Thor finally kept saying, hey, why don't I tackle that snake? And he mentioned it a few times, because I'd always complain about this tattoo, and he'd just slowly say, hey, why don't you let me attack that, and let's work on it a little bit. And I just kind of hemmed or hawed, because getting your whole side tattoo
again.
I wasn't thrilled about it. And then finally one day I just said, let's do it. We got done with one of my other tattoos, and I said, let's do it. And this ended up being, this is probably my longest tattoo. This is probably at least a 20-25 hour tattoo.
25 hours.
One session, our last session for 5 hours, was all he did is put those scales one by one. He sat there for 5 hours scaling that tattoo.
Wow.
But,
slow it down, hey. It does. Dang.
Don't like them here.
But I mean, just an amazing cover-up. It's by far, I really love my arm, but this is by far my favorite tattoo is my snake. And it's got sentimental feelings because I felt so self-conscious about that other snake that I was all bummed out. We collect art, we're into all sorts of stuff like that. I've always been into art. I've always loved art. That's a real crocodile head too.
Where you get this from?
Florida.
Okay.
Got it on vacation, then flew it home. I shipped that from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
True story. It cost me so much money to ship. But I bought that on Washington, D.C. and I was like an eagle for Washington. And I shipped that from Washington, D.C. That's how I met Thor. I went in, I just wanted some bats. So we threw some bats on my side. Chris, yeah. And he threw those on me. Just pow. and he's been my guy ever since.
Okay.
Just does excellent. This was nothing but tribal. My whole
In red.
Yeah, in black and red, all tribal up and down my arm, and I wanted a Grim Reaper, and then he came up with the idea of putting like a skull lantern in here with the skull shining through, and then this is all the smoke coming out of it, and then we've got some souls creeping on the backside.
Sick.
And just the color alone, I think, really pops. Because I'll wear black 9 times out of 10. So you throw this color green with a black shirt, and it looks really good. But I mean, that was all tribal. That was all cover up.
Oh, I can't see any of it. You can't even tell.
No. It did, amazing job. Amazing job. And the colors that they can do now are so much different than 10, 20 years ago. Old ghost ship, and then he came up with this one. Comes all the way up, flag peeking out. Then he threw the girl in the front of it, kind of like that.
Thanks.
Yeah, just really cool and really original. Haven't seen anything like this.
We've seen a lot of ships.
We've seen a lot of ghost
Not
ships.
with all the combination of everything.
Yeah, with him throwing the other skull in up there. People talk about line work with tattoos.
Look at that.
They're always saying, "Hey, how's Thor's line work?" Well, take a look at that. You tell me what you think of his line work. I think he does just outstanding. And then coming through here, look at how he's got the rope like wrapping around.
That's clean.
Yeah,
That's clean.
did a great job. Great job.
Focus on you.
Now this is my favorite tattoo out of all my tattoos. Just we call it the Scultopus. Yeah, Scultopus. Half skull and half octopus. And this was one setting. This was 6 hours straight. This was the first big one that Thor did on me.
Thing is clean.
But yeah, I think he did an outstanding job with that. Really, really did. And his shading is always what I recommend people and compliment him on.
That's my dad that's standing.
That's your dad.
This is his restaurant in San Francisco.
Back in the day.
Back in the,
when they used to have a piano player,
in the 50s,
and people are...
late 40s or 50s. And the artist, his name is Ralph Anderson. He was back in the day a very, very, very famous artist.
Yeah,
he
I think
had
it's
like
cool.
huge art galleries and sold massive work, and that's his club. He would have, it was called Opus 1, and he would have live music, like you see in some of the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
The old clubs with the music and everybody having a drink or watching and stuff. So that, anyway, that's my dad.
I mean, everyone can interpret art however they want. I look at it as it's a key to her heart. She's dangling it for the right guy, and
She'll drop it down there for him. He can
yeah,
make
if
his way
the
up.
right guy, he's gonna get it come up.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And then you got probably the lonely sister or mom who ain't getting any, and she's already given up.
She dropped hers and dude didn't come up or
she's
something.
just making it easier. This girl's a prize, you know.
Right. There you
Whereas
go.
this girl's like, pretty soon she's gonna be down here. Just okay, anybody come in.
Right, huh? It's like,
Yeah, it's not locked. This is Poseidon coming out of water, and was that more than one setting, or was that one?
No, that was like 2 or 3 settings.
Okay, so that's probably about 10 hours.
sick.
And that was all freehand drawing.
What?
Yeah, Thor just drew that all by freehand.
We gave him a picture.
Another Thor
something
piece.
that we saw, and what he does is he Thors it. You know.
That's like, okay.
Thor's
it.
He does it with all freehand, just kind of looking at a picture and just
that's
scribbles it out with a pin on you, and then starts tattooing.
Looks speedy.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh wow. Yeah.
All that
Yeah.
realism, looks pretty realistic.
Oh man, look at that. Yeah. That is.
See how it's gonna be.
Okay, this is a perfect example
man.
there of how all that's what it was, just all tribal throughout there. And then this here will be all feathers, like an Indian cap, right behind the skull.
How'd you come up with this concept? To
Him and Thor came up.
Me and Thor were just going over what we wanted to do and what would be best. We want something dark that would cover it up.
And you're like, oh yeah, this skull with these horns and these feathers, and they just made a character.
So you just picked through something, right? You just kind of picked it
he
up.
just kind of put it all together himself. The first time was just an outline. All he did is outline what he wanted to do. Outline, kind of make a drawing to give himself a blueprint. Then the second time I came, and this is where we're at now, so I'm 10 hours into it. The second time, basically just blackened it out and went over this tribal, and he calls it pushing the ink, where he just blackened it out. And now I'll go in next time, and he'll probably start defining it and really giving his creativity and making you see what it is. Just pow, and he's been my guy ever since.
Okay.
Just these squiggles, I didn't even know if I could sit through it. Now line work is a little deeper than shading.
Right, but
I was like, I don't
I'm
know.
done.
I don't know. And then here's him.
Right, just comes out with the whole.
Check this out. Get your story told by Golden Rolls Films. You heard?
Too blessed to be stressed.